The purpose of this tutorial is to give you an overview of NWEA's online map system. To begin, you will receive an email from NWEA. In the subject line will say, "Welcome to NWEA's Measures of Academic Progress." Within this email, you will receive a username, which is your district email address, followed by a temporary password. You'll also receive a link to access the web-based map site. Once you log in for the first time, you will be prompted to change your temporary password. Another way to access the web-based map site is to go to the district homepage, hover over the For Teachers tab, and select Map Report Site to log in. When you log in, you will be taken to a dashboard that looks similar to this. Please note that helpful information about managing students, managing testing sessions, and viewing reports will be available in tutorial form at the bottom. If you'd like to see warm-ups for students, this will also be included here at the bottom under Information Center. To begin testing students, you'll go to the Manage Test Sessions link on the left navigation menu. Here you have some options. If a test session was created for you already, it will appear here in this list below. Look for the test session name and select it. Once it's been selected, you can press Test Now to test students that have been saved to that session. If you do not see anything listed here, you may need to unhide by clicking on this Show link here to the right. Once a test session has been selected and you press Now, you will be taken to a screen that looks like this. The test session name followed by the password will be important information for you to note. The students will need this information in order to begin testing. The students listed within this test session will appear in this list below. If any students are missing, simply click on Add More Students and search for their name to add them to the list. Once you've found the students that are missing, save and return to testing. To give you an idea of the view that a student will have, they will be taken to a lockdown browser that looks similar to this. On the Chromebook, they will need to open up the browser window and find the saved link for Lockdown Browser. If you do not see this link available, simply type in npd117-test.mapnwea.org and you will be taken to the student's screen that looks like this. Here, you or the student can enter the test session name as well as the password and select to join so the student can begin testing. Once a student joins the testing session, they will need to begin entering their name, and it will autofill for them. Please note that you can also do this step for them. Once a name has been selected, the test that has been assigned to them will appear here and they can begin. If you have not assigned a test to a student already, check the box next to their name and select Assign Tests. From this drop-down list, various tests will be available. You can select either Reading 6th grade and up or Math 6th grade and up for them to begin testing. Once an assessment has been assigned, it will appear next to their name in the space below. It will ask them to verify that their information is correct, and once they press Yes, they will receive this prompt to wait until the proctor confirms their information. At this point, you will need to refresh the status and see that the student's status has changed to waiting to be confirmed by you. Make sure their name is selected with the checkbox and press Confirm Now. Once they are confirmed, it will prompt them to begin testing. At this point, if you refresh again, you can see their status has changed to testing. It will also let you know the approximate question number that they are on. If at any point you need to stop the student from testing, select the checkbox next to their name, and in the Action drop-down menu, you can pause their test for up to 30 minutes and resume again when they return. If you need to stop their test for longer than 30 minutes, select Suspend. you can suspend a student's test for up to 28 days. Only use terminate in extreme circumstances. Please note that if you terminate a student's test, you are stopping their test without the option to resume, meaning they will not be able to be assessed again until the following term. If the student has finished testing, but you'd like to test them again, press the Test Again button and go. You will not be able to end this testing session until all your students have finished testing. If you have students that are not finished testing, you can simply press Suspend for now, and it will allow you to end the testing session temporarily. Make sure the testing session name is saved correctly, and then save and exit. The next time you go to resume this testing session, you'd go to Manage Test Sessions and Show to see a saved test session here below. Test now, and you can resume where you left off. Once students have finished testing, reports and information that may be useful to you are generated instantaneously. On the left navigation bar, select Review Reports and Instructional Resources, Map Reports, to see what's available to you. Within the middle of this dashboard, you will see all of these reports that may be useful to you. One report that you may find useful is the Achievement Status and Growth Summary Report. In this report, you will see a list of all of the students in your class, as well as their RIT score and their projected RIT score for the following test season. You can decide whether you want the report to generate between fall and winter, fall and spring, or fall and the following fall. Once the student has tested again, it will let you know whether they met their projected growth target. At the bottom, you can see overall scores for your class and how they performed as a whole. The Student Goal Setting Worksheet will give you a breakdown of how the student performed on each of the sub-skills within the math or the reading assessment. Depending on the selection that you made, you can have this report generate between fall and winter and fall and spring. It will show their projected RIT score between those two testing seasons, and you and the parent or you and the student can develop a goal. The Class Breakdown by Goal report will allow you to see how the students performed, which students performed within each RIT range for each of these sub-skills. So at a glance, you can see which students scored in the lowest RIT range and which students scored in the highest RIT range for each of these sub-skills. Their name will be listed, and next to each of their names will be their RIT score. Finally, the Class Breakdown by Projected Proficiency report will allow you to see at a glance who is projected to perform at an unsatisfactory, partially proficient, proficient, or advanced level on the next MAP season assessment. This tutorial has been intended to give you an overview of the web-based MAP system and how to use a pre-saved testing session, as well as to access MAP reports.